Good morning, LKN. 7:34 on this Thursday. You know, Patrick, living in this area, real estate is a conversation on everybody's mind all the time. Development and apartments and new housing. And even if you're not in that space, like Justin, he has a real estate background, but you and I don't. And so even if you're not in that space, it's still something that everybody talks about all the time.
Constant conversation topic.
Right. So we have someone here who can help us, break it down, figure it out, and understand it. We do know a guy. Jeff Nye from Blue Oak Realty Group, owner and managing broker. Thanks, Jeff, for joining us today.
Good morning, Jeff.
Appreciate you being here. All right. You moved here from Detroit, right? How long ago?
Well, I took the long way here.
Okay.
I came here from Chicago.
Okay.
About almost 13 years ago now. Did a stop in Boston as well.
So
but was born and raised in Detroit.
What made you land in the Lake Norman area, specifically Huntersville is where you are? Have you been in Huntersville this whole time?
Whole time.
Okay. So what was it about this area you're like, you know what, I've been Midwest and up north and tried a couple places, and what was it about Lake Norman? It was like, this is it.
I had family that, aunt, uncle, and cousins that have been here since the late 70s. They were actually down South Charlotte, Matthews, Weddington, that type of thing. So I had wanted to come here, almost moved here in 2007. Again, just took the long way here. Had to make a couple stops first.
Yeah. You got briefly warmer as you came. Detroit, Chicago, Boston, cold, less cold, a little less cold. Finally, nice weather.
Yeah, you finally made it here. It here to join us. Yeah. So did you start writing real estate when you moved here?
No, it was the opportunity to finally get here was brought about from a corporate job. But I knew that I was going to head into real estate. And so I just sort of parlayed that and then got going. But so this is year 11 for me.
Yeah. Wow. So you've seen a lot of change in the last 11 years. Yes. What the landscape, the development, the real estate of Huntersville has really, really changed. And that's mainly where you focus. I mean, I'm sure you saw all the areas, but your focus is mainly in Huntersville?
It's become, I didn't set out to have that be my absolute niche, but it definitely is. I cover all of Lake Norman, but Huntersville is just become a sweet spot. So I'm fortunate. I get to do my career and barely even jump on 77.
You're a lucky one. Yeah, you don't have to leave exit 23 or 25. You just got to bounce between the two. Yeah. That's my goal in life, Jeff, too. I live here in Cornelius and not have to leave exit 28. That's the goal.
There you go.
If I can make it a whole day and not have to cross you guys just got the diverging diamond. So our pain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that it's a competition. I feel ours is better.
Oh, okay.
It works.
Okay.
I think it just
works better. You think
better.
yours works better than ours does? Yeah. Ours is a pain in my side for sure some days. So what is it about Huntersville, though, that you love so much and that's kind of, this become your niche that you have?
When I look at it, and I know, I see it all the time. People are not always going to agree with this, but for me, it was the first place I lived where it just kind of inspired me. It still to this day has some small town charm to it. And yes, I know it's growing. To me, small town, and this is where people differ on this, and it's fine, but to me, the small town, it's how people interact with each other. And I just even like, how the fire department or the police department interacts with the community and the kids, or that you can just pop in there, or that people bring them stuff, or that if you're a part of the community, you just see people all the time. You see them at Crafty, you see them at the post office, and to me that's the community, and then people caring and doing their part. So yes, it's even grown just by a crazy rate since I've been here.
Yeah.
But to me, it still holds all of that, and that's what I like about it.
And not only like you work in Huntersville, you focus on Huntersville mainly for your real estate, but you're consistently ranked top 3% of agents by volume. That's not easy to do either.
Right.
What do you think has led you to be able to do that consistently?
I don't know. It's it's a little hard for me to talk about. I guess a little humble, but I just try and be pragmatic about it and guide people. And just have them understand. It's important that I give them all the information and just make sure they can make an informed decision.
I think your real estate agent too needs to be a relationship, right? It's not just transactional, right? It's somebody who knows you, who understands your family, who knows what you're going through and what you're looking for. Yeah. So just having that relationship with somebody is important.
I use the word partnership all the time with folks, and I'll tell them that I have expectations of them as well. Obviously, there is more on me, but there still is of them, and it is a partnership. And I mean, sometimes we have that conversation, and you can tell that's not what they're looking for, and that's fine. And
then you took that love for the town of Huntersville even further. You served on the planning board for 6 years of the town of Huntersville.
I did.
What was that like?
That was a lot.
Yeah.
It was, I think it takes a special kind of person.
Oh, yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Which some people thought was a little twisted. But, I mean, I did a little over 6 years on the planning board. They had a different advisory board that sort of fed up to that. It recently was terminated, and it had become redundant. So I understand why, but I did a little over 3 years with that. So I mean, about 9.5 years.
Yeah, just
volunteering for the
serving
town,
your town, right? Volunteering,
yeah.
Serving your town. I think when you do something like that, it helps you to become a better citizen of your town because you really know about the projects, the development, the things that are going on.
Yeah.
So for somebody who says, I'm just a regular person, I either rent a place or I own a house, I'm not planning to move a bunch of times, why should someone, just the average citizen, be interested in the planning and development of their town?
I mean, the way I look at it, and this extends even beyond planning, but what happens locally is what affects our daily lives. Mm-hmm. You know, we tend to pay a lot more attention nationally to things. And I mean, that doesn't move the needle every morning when you're driving to work or, you know, what your property taxes are or what your parks and rec services are, that type of thing. And it's on the local side, and it's so important. And specifically when it comes to planning and development, it's the things that is shaping the community. And I mean, it's very easy, and this isn't to judge because we all fall into this somewhere, but it's very easy to just not pay attention and, I don't have time and this and that. But anymore, I mean, we have to have that be a part of our lives is to dial in at least a little bit and understand what's going on. You know, I can't think offhand what color the Cornelius signs are when there's going to be a rezoning, but Huntersville, they're orange signs. Like, well, what does that orange sign mean? That's gotta be something. Right. And there's a page that you can go to, and I do know some people check. I mean, they'll reach out, hey, I saw this on there. So they are checking the development page, but that's where you get your input in, or where you can give it. There's multiple opportunities. And when you see it coming out of the ground, you're at least a year or two late.
Yes.
If not two.
Yeah.
So
when you look at the list of projects that are approved, there's some that have been approved for 30 years, and then you see them, but then you see the dirt move, or you see the building, you're like, what is this? What's going on? But just knowing that you have access to all of those things, they're all available everywhere.
For sure.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to ask you, put you on the spot for a minute.
Oh boy.
3 favorite spots that people may not know about in Huntersville: restaurants, bars, activities. What do you and the fam like to do?
I mean, Crafty Beer Guys is an easy
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Because my office is right next door. So team meetings tend to be over there.
Yeah.
And they always have a good food truck. I do like for a special date night, we'll go to Hunter House.
Oh, that's a great spot too, yeah.
But we also like Antico is like our favorite Italian restaurant up here.
That's over in the Target shopping center?
In North Cross.
I've not been there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll have to check
Great
that out.
people that own that too.
Yeah.
So that's another favorite. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a great one too. Yes. Yeah. All right. So you and the fam settled in Huntersville. So if you need help with real estate in Huntersville or the entire Lake Norman area, where can they find you?
BlueOakRealtyGroup.com.
And you also run a really fun social media page, Downtown Huntersville, on Instagram and on Facebook too?
On Facebook as well.
All right. So check Jeff out. All right, Jeff, thanks so much for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I'll reach out to Jeff for all of your real estate needs in Huntersville and beyond. We'll be right back with Patty Alvarez.